This is Jill for today. Thank you for coming into my kitchen. I'm so glad you're here. It's fall. It's fall. Pumpkins and gourds and winter squashes are all coming into the stores. I am making a maple pumpkin granola. Spicy, pumpkin-y, maple-y. Let's get started. All right, well, the first thing we're going to do, since we have dry ingredients and wet ingredients, we're going to start with the wet. And I'm putting in, of course, the star of the show, pumpkin. That's about 3/4 of a cup. And this is just straight up pumpkin, not the pumpkin pie version. And I'll tell you, I've never used the pumpkin pie version, but anytime you ever hear a recipe for something with pumpkin, it always says no pumpkin pie. So there's pumpkin. Here comes in some pure maple syrup to go with the pumpkin. That in there. Already that maple and pumpkin smell great. This is a little bit of avocado oil. You could use any neutrally flavored oil you like. I wouldn't go with olive oil. And then we have a teaspoon of my favorite thing in the whole world, vanilla. We're going to add that. Put my lid on there so I don't. If you ever have an opportunity, I'm going to plug Penzi. I'm not getting any money for it, but they have amazing spices, herbs, and they have independent stores all throughout the country. So if you look in your phone book or your directory for Penzi's, because they're great. My gosh, I used the word phone book. I've never used that word phone book in 20 years. We were talking about that the other day. Are there even any operators? Remember we used to dial O for operator? Or 411 for information. Whew, that takes us back, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm going to whip this up really good. Get all this oil and pumpkin and all that good stuff mixed up in there. And I think we're looking pretty good here. So I'm going to go and get those oats and we'll be right back. Okay, as you can see, I've brought in some rolled, these are the old-fashioned. You could use the quick cook, but I think you're going to get a better texture when you use the old-fashioned. And here's a little salt. And then here are my spices. I have a combination of cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice. We like the pumpkin pie spice, but it has a little bit more cloves than the director likes. So I always, I cut it back and then just add the cinnamon instead of all the pumpkin pie spice. Okay, now we're getting this all mixed in here. And now I'm going to add that wet ingredient of the pumpkin and the oil and all that good stuff. Okay. And I'm going to get in there with my hands. That's really the best way to do it. You really want to get in there and mush that all up. Get all those oats combined and get them really well saturated with the pumpkin. And now I'm going to grab, I made a mess here, but that's all right. Cooking is about mess. Pumpkin seeds and pecans. We're going to mix those in so they have a nice coating. See how nice that's getting now? It's getting nice and moist. You really can't do this with a spoon. You really do need to get in there with your hands and work it in. See, that's nice. That's nice and moist. All of it's been coated very nicely. Okay, I'm going to get these gloves off and get a cookie sheet in here, and we'll go to the next step. I have my oven set at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. It's preheated, and the cooking rack in there is about, well, it's just lower than middle. And I'm going to pile, and I have a parchment sheet here. If you had a Silpat, you could use a bare cookie sheet, but you might have a little sticking problem. But you certainly can use one. We're going to get all that goodness out of there. Smell good?
Smells amazing.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, there we are. I'm going to spread this out. Oh gosh, it looks good. Spread this out. It smells pumpkin-y and maple-y. It's fall. This is what it smells like. This beautiful tray of granola. Now I'm going to be putting it in the oven here as soon as I get it all sorted out. I'll give you a shot of that. Okay. Okay, so as I said, my oven is preheated at 325 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to go in, and it's going to take about 40 minutes. But you need to, you need to go in there about every 10 or 15 minutes and give it a stir so it browns evenly. But that's what you want, is a nice golden brown. And you'll get some of those chunks, how sometimes granola kind of clusters together, which is always a little treat. So once this is baked off, I will bring it back and cool it just enough so you can put some milk on it. And I think someone in this house would like to try it. We'll be back. Guess who's here?
It's time to eat.
He's always here when it's time to eat. Now, I will take a photograph of this and leave it in the video here so you can get a better look at it. But it really is quite beautiful. Okay, so he's going to put some soy milk on it. That's our milk of choice, unsweetened, plain. He never puts a lot on. Okay. Oh, you want more?
No, that's fine.
All right. So here's the official taste test with milk. He's excited.
I'm excited because it's fall.
I know it. It's just our favorite time. I mean, honest to goodness. Okay, what do you think? Now, I will say a couple of things about. Go ahead, and then I have some things I want to mention. Yeah. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
What?
For me personally, it's very good, but I'd add more pumpkin.
Oh, wow.
And more maple syrup.
Okay.
You want to try it?
No, I'm good. So here's and Olive will taste it later and get it, and So you think more pumpkin and more. However, I will say this about recipes like this: when they have a chance to sit, they kind of mellow and the flavors open up.
And I might cook it just a little bit more.
He loves it crispy, and actually this took 55 minutes because he does like it extra crispy. But I will taste it. I just kind of did some figuring in my head about what I thought I should use. So more, okay, I can do that. Okay, a couple of things I want to tell you. They are raw pumpkin seeds, not salted, not roasted, the same with the pecans. So you want to start with raw nuts. Be very careful when you open up that oven door to check in, stir your up. That steam will get you because it's drying out. So be careful of that. What?
Nothing. I'm just listening.
And I think that's it. The recipe is down below in that description box. I hope you'll watch my videos more. I hope you enjoyed this one.
It's very good. I'm getting a little more maple now and a little more pumpkin.
Yeah.
But I'd still add a little more.
Okay, that's cool. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Tell your friends, and we'll. Oh, wait, I tell. We are so happy, because we always say this, we are so happy that you are on this crazy ride that we call
Fall.
Life. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.